Tonight on News Press Now, people around the nation and around the world celebrated the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. today. We'll show you how people in St. Joe and around the nation marked the celebration. And the city has received more CARES Act funds, but there are restrictions. We have an update.
We had quite a few clouds around today, but skies have cleared now, and it's 26 degrees outside. St. Joseph, your exclusive 9 o'clock newscast starts right now.
Live from downtown St. Joseph, you're watching News Press Now.
Good evening. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining us here on News Press Now. I'm Charles Christian. The family of Martin Luther King Jr. and others laid a memorial wreath at his tomb in Atlanta today, while a virtual celebration took place in our nation's capital. Prayers were said and the crowd sang "We Shall Overcome," a key theme of the civil rights movement during Dr. King's lifetime. The 10th annual MLK event in Washington, D.C. was held virtually by the Memorial Foundation due to the COVID-19 virus. The iconic civil rights leader would have turned 81 years old on January 15th. MLK Day has been an official holiday in the U.S. since 1983. Dr. King became an international civil rights leader by leading the Montgomery bus boycott back in 1955 and utilized peaceful protest and civil disobedience to combat racism. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. Dr. King was assassinated on April 4th, 1968 in Memphis. One of St. Joseph's most marketable business owners has taken the time to reflect on what it means to be a business owner as a person of color on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Jacob Michael has more.
Many residents of St. Joe probably recognizes the name Kay Clay, the flamboyant business owner of his own custom clothing store in the East Hills Mall. Kay Clay also falls under the category of being a black business owner, a title which he takes much pride in, and one he says wouldn't be possible without the sacrifices of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
He paved the way for me even to have this opportunity or any other black business owner. You know, the marching and the protesting and all that, that's the only reason why I'm able to sit here and look at this camera and say, thank you, Martin Luther King, whatnot, for doing what you did, because if it wasn't for him, myself, as well as other business owners, wouldn't even have the opportunity to have.
Clay believes that while more black business owners are making their way onto the scene, he doesn't see the color, but the human beings pursuing their dreams.
More and more are popping up every day, and I'm so glad to see that. But I don't view them as that. I just view them as young entrepreneurs getting out there and getting it. When you start adding the sense of a color, then it's almost like we all bleed red, or blue or whatever it comes out before the oxygen hits it, and that's what I see.
Financial hardships due to the pandemic are something even Kay Clay couldn't elude, but he knows what his plan is when things pick back up.
Helping more people, that's truly what I want to do. I want to, this coming year, I want to help with, obviously, the back to school and giving kids school supplies. I also want to help with a homeless too as well, because I understand, some of the struggles and other things they go through.
Reporting for News Press Now, I'm Jacob Michael.
Mid-City Excellence, the organization that represents inner city youth in St. Joseph, held a 2-hour summit today in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. The event was filled with prayer, singing, and discussion on how to fix the divisions the U.S. is facing. The group discussed how people of different backgrounds should come together to talk about what they enjoy in the world, because finding commonality is the first step to open discussion. They also discussed social media censorship and perhaps how these platforms need laws to ensure freedom of speech is not silenced.
Even when we're dealing with very chaotic, very conflicting situations, still treat each other with respect and listen to their vantage point and what they have to say, even if you don't agree with it.
Okay, so every year we don't talk about the same thing, right? We'll talk about other things. And with that knowledge, we can go and spread it to others, and then they'll spread it to others.
MLK Day always falls on the third Monday in January. To watch a live stream of the summit, you can go online to newspressnow.com. Well, important day in the history of our nation, and a very kind of cold day here in our St. Joseph area, right?
Yeah, Charles, we had a little bit of precip even come through. It's over now, moving into Illinois.